more information has come out, but today it's not as exciting as before. Dortmund are stunting on us. Dortmund want more money. What's going on? Let's talk about it. Welcome to the Kavkas View. Hey, guys, girls, people, ladies, gentlemen, this is bad. Dortmund want more money. They don't want to sell, and it's going to take an astronomical fee to get Erling Haaland. The important thing is Chelsea are actively trying to sign him, and we're going to talk about what is going on. I'll fill you in. We're linked with two other strikers, and they're viewed as backup strikers. One of them, you're going to poop your pants. You're going to be super excited. You'll be like, wow, what a striker. The second one, he's underrated. One of the commenters, bro, I know you're going to be gassed. We're going to talk about that player. Zambian international. Then, we've got two other stories for you. Tony Rudiger wants to leave on a free agent. Does not want to sign a new contract at the club. Madness. That is a low-key scary considering how good he's become. And finally, one of Hakim Ziyech or Hudson-Odoi will be leaving the club because all the reports are pointing that somebody has to leave. For me, we're going to go through the pros and cons, and you guys can make your opinion on who you want to leave. So, let's get into it. But listen, hey, just listen a second. We hit 8K. We hit 8K. Road to 10K officially began. We are absolutely smashing it. Thank you very much to every single one of you. Hit that like button for my effort and consistency, and because it's just a great time to be a Chelsea fan right now. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's keep going, alright? Let's get on with the video. The Haaland situation is becoming very interesting. It's really heating up at this moment in time. Like, there's a lot going on. So Chelsea are actively trying to pursue the guy. It is evident from Fabrizio Romano, Christian Falk. Chelsea are serious in this game right now in securing the number 9. A lot of players have been linked from ranges from Harry Kane to Erling Haaland, but Haaland is the number 1 choice. That I can confirm to you purely based on what is written in the press. You don't need to understand. I have no sources. I just relay information and sprinkle my view on it. Alright, it's as simple as that. But Dortmund now want to sell Jadon Sancho, and it will take an astronomical fee to sell Erling Haaland. It has to be a fee that would literally blow him out the park. Any move will have to be done by July the 23rd. That is the rumors. That is the date that they come back to pre-season, and that's the date that they don't want to sell players after that point. And it was evident that they stick to their word purely based on what they did with Sancho last year. So we need to think about that logically. If anything's going to happen, I think it's going to happen before that. So keep that in mind. Now, this is where the interesting part comes. Rumors have it that Robert Lewandowski is linked away with from Bayern Munich. A lot of top clubs are interested, and there are several offers on the table. One of the clubs being Chelsea. It is reported by Fabrizio Romano. This makes sense. Look, when you go to buy players, it's never as easy as this is my number 1 choice, I'm getting it. This isn't Liverpool and Van Dijk, when Jurgen Klopp fully just said, if I don't get Van Dijk, I don't want somebody. Sometimes I wish it was as simple as that. But there's a short list of players that they work their way down. If I don't get Haaland, I want Lukaku. If I don't get Lukaku, I will get Levan. If I don't get Levan, I'll go for X. And sometimes you end up with your 5th choice and not your 1st choice. That's the fact of the matter. We need to get our heads around. So Lewandoski is one of the players. Real Madrid are interested, Chelsea are interested, and other numerous clubs are interested. One of the players on lower down the scale is Patterson Daka. Patterson Daka plays for Erling Haaland's old team. He has been absolutely smashing it in the Austrian League and the Champions League. He's been getting decent numbers. The thing is, it's the Austrian League, so can it correlate to the Premier League? That's the issue. The risk around him is that he's going to cost £17 million. He is very young, a lot of talent. His numbers are stupendous. It doesn't matter if it's the Austrian League. He has got a lot of attributes about him that are going to be translatable to the Premier League game. Whether I would sign him personally, I think as a 3rd choice, a 2nd choice, very interesting. £17 million is not that deep, but Liverpool are smoking around it. They're sniffing. They want to sign him. They're going to bite. So if Chelsea want him, they better act quick. But from what I understand, he is an insurance package. Just in case everything goes wrong, he's the one they'll be referring to. So now that we spoke about the transfer rumors, now there's one big story around Antonio Rudiger. Antonio Rudiger, for a lot of you know, I've never been a big fan of until recently. I've seen a complete 180 in him. Like, he's changed. He's a different man now. This player is experienced. This player is smart. This player is leader. This player is almost the centre-back I was always told he could become. And I didn't believe because I never saw the consistency. Look, at the end of the day, it's not an agenda. If I see him making mistakes like he made against Roma or mistakes like he made against Manchester United, you know, high-profile mistakes on a consistent basis, I can't really acknowledge and say, you know what, he still has potential, because it's worrying. But this player has been phenomenal ever since Thomas Tuchel's come in. He's actually been very good under Frank Lampard as well at the start of the season with the limited opportunities he had. But looks like he wants to leave England. He wants to leave Chelsea. The player isn't signing a new deal. He's not interested in negotiating for a new deal. And this is very scary because he could become a free agent next year. I wouldn't personally not blame him if he left the club. A lot of what happened to him in his personal life at the club with Matt Law, allegedly, and the articles he wrote, and a lot of the disrespect he received from the media, scapegoating him for the sacking of Frank Lampard, was disgusting. A lot of people made it personal. They protected the young players, and they made it personal with Antonio Rudiger. So if he wanted to leave, I get it, I really do. It will be a shame because I think he had so much talent. This guy's levels on some of the centre-halves we have. In my opinion, he's better than Kurt Zouma. I think he's better than Andreas Christensen as well. Antonio Christensen. I think he's better than him. I think he's better than Azpilicueta. I think his passing range is fantastic. I think he's very athletic. I think he's smart in his positioning. He's really developed that side of his game. So it will be a shame. I hope we agree a new deal because purely from a financial standpoint, losing him on a free is not the right way to go. At this moment in time, Hakim Ziyech and Callum Hudson-Odoi are both linked away from the club, and it's a shame, you know. It's a shame that we've come to this point because I think both players have got tremendous talents. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of both players, and we're going to make a decision on who I think should get sold, if one of them has to get sold, and who I think we can't afford to lose. And I want you guys to think about this as well. I rate both players, by the way. I really do. For me, we'll start with Hakim Ziyech. I think Hakim Ziyech is very creative. Against the low block, he has got all the creative genes to unlock defense. I think he's got the individual brilliance that we lack in this team at times to view the game in slow motion, thread a pass through. His passing range is very good. I think he's got a great shot on him, on his left peg. And more importantly, I think the game almost slows down when he gets on the ball. And that is the good thing. He's at the prime of his career at the age, and I think he will be looking to play. The negatives with him is he doesn't fit the style of play of the Premier League. He's not very strong and athletic. And I think these days footballers have become athletes before they get off football. And if you understand what I mean, there are certain players that would play football in any era. Hakim Ziyech is one of them. The only problem is they won't be great in all eras. He isn't the most athletic player, and he can get out-muscled, overpowered at times. And I think that is an issue that Thomas Tuchel sees in him because it slows down the pressing game. It slows down the consistency of where he can play. Then we look at Callum Hudson-Odoi, a young English talent. I personally think he's got tremendous technique on the ball. His dribbling is second to none. His passing weight of pass is very good. His decision making in the final third is great. I think the only issue with Callum Hudson-Odoi is his production level. And both him and Ziyech struggle with that. His production level, in my opinion, is not to a standard due to his shooting technique. I think his shooting technique is very poor for a professional footballer. It's very weak, but the all-round game of Callum Hudson-Odoi is fantastic. I think with more opportunities and more game time, this player could develop into what we always thought he could become. The most important part is now we have to make a decision, and we need to be careful with who we sell. Personally, if we had to sell someone, Hakim Ziyech would be the one I would sell, purely based on the fact that his age profile, he needs to be playing on a weekly basis. Callum Hudson-Odoi is young, can develop and get limited opportunities at Chelsea and still develop. Plus, I think Callum's ceiling is higher than Hakim's. No disrespect to Hakim, but this is my opinion. I want to know yours now, and I want to hear it from you. And please be respectful, because a lot of people get very sensitive when it comes to Hakim Ziyech, and I don't understand why. Other than that, peeps, this is the video done. I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked it and subscribed. Hit that bell notification, and I'll see you guys real soon. Let's aim for 10K soon. Let's make it happen. Enjoy the Euros tonight, because that's started. Whoop, whoop, let's go!